Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm building a bus here. Should have bought a phone case. But we're trying to build a bus for a camper to use for our side-by-side. And we bought a travel trailer, and we took out the black tanks and recycled them because they were still in good shape. And we mounted one for the black tank front to back, and then the gray tank is over here, and it goes side to side. And we had a trip for Labor Day, so I just ran the pipe that was existing, reconnected them, and have the connection here, but it's right under the center of the bus. And kind of sucked when I had to drain it when we got back, because as you can see, our bus is a Thomas rear engine, and it's that kind of low, so on concrete I can get under it. Well, we drained it by parking it in the yard and draining it into our septic clean out, and the bus sank a little and I couldn't get back out. So we're going to remedy that by replacing this valve going into the black tank fitting. We're going to elbow it over and run it out to the side of the bus, so you don't have to get under the bus to empty the tanks. But you can see I mounted it. I just built a frame out of steel bed frame and a couple pieces of angle iron, bolted it up there, had some straps holding the tank, pipes to make it rigid. Sorry about the light. And the same way with the black tank over here, made it rigid. And then I ran all my pipes, white PVC for the drains going into the tank, coming out of the bus for the toilet, the shower. There's the sink there on the driver's side. All the plumbing was done in PEX. And I got a drain valve over there behind the light. You can't see it because of the light. But these are the lowest point in the line, so we're going to put a T in and run water drain lines over out of the way for that. The shower's back in there. And there's a T that goes over to the toilet and then over to the tank. But today's project, we're gonna move this drain valve to the outside of the bus. The tanks are clean, they're empty. And we went on Amazon and ordered this part with the O-ring. It is called a fitting for Icon Direct Waste Holding Tank. It's basically a 3-inch spigot going to 3-inch ABS. That's what I had to do. This case is not going to hold up. But yeah, there's the bucket in case anything does come out. I don't want to get it on the ground. But we're going to do the best we can. I'm not good at making videos, as you can tell. There's my finger. But I'm going to try to rig this camera up somehow so you guys can see the process, because I couldn't find any videos on YouTube. You can find videos on how to repair the tank, but none on how to replace these valves. And for the black tank, it's just this fitting, and then I got street L's and a 45 and all that, and a piece of pipe. And then on the gray water tank, it has an extra fitting that goes into the spigot that reduces it down to 1.5 inches. I ordered that from a local camper store, but I could not get these parts here. I had to order this on the line and have it delivered. But let's see what we can't do to get this set up so that we can record the process. Sorry, this is going to take a few seconds here of getting this thing changed out. And if this video helps you, give our channel a like and a subscribe. And and really appreciate it. Thank you. The first thing you gotta do is loosen this clamp. Of course, obviously get all the stuff out of your tank so you don't get covered with nothing bad. Ours seems to be empty. So here we go. We got the strapping disconnected. And oh, a few drips there. Basically, the idea is to just work this sucker loose and get it out. Hopefully nothing comes out. And this is supposed to be non-hardening glue that holds these fittings in. And it's moving, just not very well. It's kind of scary because, like I said, it is a black tank. And even though the fitting says it's empty, it might not be. And if it ain't, well, everybody knows what's coming. Well, a little worrisome, but as you can see, I got it turning now, and let me get my bucket over here just in case. Oh, we're good. Nothing came out. See the fitting? Got some residual fat in there. Not too pleasant. But basically, we're going to take this new fitting here and goop it up. Stick it in there and tighten the clamp. When I went to my local camper store, they recommended me some of this ProFlex for this, so we're going to take their word for it and hope they're right. If they're not, we'll take it back when the tank's leaking and let them fix it. The tube got a little wet because it rained and I had it sitting outside. Hopefully it still seals. But I'll put a nice liberal coating of ProFlex on there. Stuff appears to be pretty good stuff. Get it on there. What keeps her from leaking, so nice thick coating, and then get a little bit on the inside there and shove her in. Once that's in, I'm going to take a little screwdriver here, tighten her clamp back up, just like it was before. It's only goop falling out. Goop, not poop. That's what this tank contains. So it could have been. And use this little screwdriver because before the screw was on top for some reason and I couldn't get a big screwdriver in there. There we go. I'm gonna go grab a rag and wipe off that excess and start gluing in some pipes. Sounds exciting. Pretty much the first part. Like I said, there's no videos on YouTube about replacing these fittings. There's all kinds of videos about fixing your tank if they crack or anything like that, but nobody's doing any videos on replacing the damn fitting. Sorry about my language. Right. Now, there's nothing coming out of there. Got a better screwdriver here. Give her, make sure she's good and tight. Good and tight. And just wipe off the excess. And there's that part of it. Now for the next part. I'm going to try to not mess with the gray water tank because it's already running in that direction. I may just zigzag it over and pick it back up again. I'm not quite sure yet. I do have a new valve if I need to put it in. That's our end goal. I don't know if y'all can see that. Is to get that valve facing that way over at the side of the bus. This camera thing is so sensitive. You just touch it, it wants to fall. Got the light pointing in the wrong direction. I'm by no means a professional YouTuber, I'm sorry for that. I'm doing the best that I can. Also, I might mention, I got this little part here, which will eventually go on the side of that valve and allow me to connect my new pipes into that. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these like that and one of these like that. And that is going to kind of give us our fall. up having to replace this gray water one just to get it low enough. Right now I believe it may be too much fall. I really don't want to let that tank go too low. I mean, heck, I could go all the way down to there if I had to. Rather not. I think I might. But I'm not going to glue this together just yet. Until I know for sure. Get that out of my way. The next step is to disassemble this old valve and get this piece off of it. Yeah. I think I can make that work. I mean, the gas tank's hanging pretty low, so it's in front. As long as I don't go past the gas tank, shouldn't have to worry too much about the pipes catching. But okay. Basically, the way it works here, oh, there's water in there. The way it works is you're going to take, oh, I can see it with the light too well, but there's 4 bolts that hold flanges on each side of the valve, and we're going to take them off, and should be able to take the back side of that valve off. I'm going to pause the video here so I can clean up and clean this pipe up so that I'm not messing with anything dirty. I'll be right back.